Hello, welcome to Sound Bites. I'm your host, Holly Whitfield from the Daily Memphian. I'm here with Rebecca Sievers, co-owner of Bari Ristorante in Midtown. Welcome.
Thank you.
Today we're going to talk about Bari's new summer menu. We're going to talk about the wine, the cheese, the story behind what I consider a Midtown essential restaurant, for sure. But first, know that this is Sound Bites. It's the Daily Memphian's weekly dining podcast. It's a part of our free podcast series at the Daily Memphian. You don't have to subscribe to the Daily Memphian to listen to the podcast, although you should subscribe to the Daily Memphian. Make sure you're not missing out on any old episodes of Sound Bites by subscribing on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. Plus, you can hear the newest episodes of this podcast and others every week at Crosstown's radio station, WYXR. Thursdays at 11. If you are listening on WYXR, up next you can hear the Sidebar podcast with Eric Barnes, our Daily Memphian CEO. He's talking to arts and culture folks in Memphis. But let's get started with Rebecca. I will say they're telling me they can't hear, but in my head I sound a little hoarse today, so forgive me if my voice sounds a little different, but I'm A-okay. And we're here with Rebecca. Now, we talked about this before, and you were like, there's a whole story. Do you prefer Rebecca or Becky?
I go by Rebecca.
Okay.
But my friends and family call me Becky, so it doesn't really matter, I guess.
It just happens.
It does happen.
Yes. So my middle name is Rebecca, actually, and my
Nice.
grandmother insisted on calling me Becky when I was little for reasons unknown to me. That was 1,000 years ago. People just going to do what they're going to do.
Yeah. I was never Rebecca growing up. That was my name, but I was Becky Brooks was my main name, Becky Brooks. And then when I got married, it was like, Becky Sievers. I don't know. Rebecca Sievers sounds better. And,
Yeah. They both sound good.
yeah.
So you co-own Bari with your husband, Jason.
Yes.
And that's what we're going to talk about today. If you don't know, there's a big asterisk there. If you don't know, Bari is a southeastern Italian restaurant in Midtown. And the reason I say asterisk is because what I'm seeing on the internet is a lot of people, like a lot of young people that weren't around in the days of the blogs in the 2010s and stuff, who are like, guys, I just discovered this place where you can get a hamburger and it's called Huey's. And they're like, whoa, what is it? And so I think that's actually, at first I was like rolling my eyes, and then I was like, Holly, don't be an old man about it.
Yeah.
They're just discovering the city.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if people don't know, that's what Bari is. Why did you decide to open a restaurant? Tell me the origin story.
Oh, gosh.
The lore. Because you're on 23, 24 years now?
It'll be 24 in November.
Wow.
Which is, a long time to do something. Yeah, but we love it. So my husband's mother is from Capurso, which is a tiny little town just outside of Bari, Italy. And when he moved from Knoxville to Nashville to Memphis, and then we met. And I don't know, there weren't a lot of Italian restaurants,
No.
but there definitely wasn't a Pulian restaurant. I don't think anybody knew what Pulian food was.
Right.
People,
As opposed to sort of like a lasagna spaghetti thing, which is its own thing.
Yeah.
And it's wonderful in its own way.
Yes.
But there wasn't
Which
this kind.
I didn't really know until I went when, we were dating and
Yeah.
we went, he took me to Capurso, and I got to meet his grandparents while they were still alive and all the family, which was really cool. But it's definitely different. I mean, it's a lot of seafood.
Yes.
It's right there on the Adriatic, and there's a lot of olives and vegetables just because there's land and sea.
Yeah.
So it is different. Not a lot of cream sauces.
Right.
We've never had chicken on the menu.
I never thought about that.
I know. Yeah.
But no, you don't.
So, but I don't know. We started dating. We lived briefly for 6 months in Los Angeles, and we went to every Italian restaurant we could in Los Angeles, and we had lots of conversations and talked about what we wanted to do, and somehow we decided we wanted to move back to Memphis, get married, and open this restaurant.
Easy stuff.
And that's
over
what
a
we
diner
did.
combo.
Over, multiple conversations. But we kind of just, that was our plan.
And then there was Bari.
Mm-hmm.
What was the initial response?
With our...
Think way back. Way back.
Oh, I remember. I remember some of the first people that came in. So it was weird. There were people didn't understand.
Yeah.
They didn't understand the menu. And, so it was set up in courses like it still is. So smaller portions.
Yes.
Massive portion of pasta. Not even entrees. It's like a fish course and, a pasta course, a vegetable course, salad at the end if you want. But that didn't really take here.
Yes.
The cheese, we started out with, I think 3 or 4 cheeses. And then, we had to search for somebody to bring in cheese for us. And it got a little bigger and a little bigger and then a lot bigger. And then a page. And then it's like,
now there's a separate cheese. I'm not going to say a cheese book, but it's a cheese menu.
Yeah. And you don't, even Italians that come, they're like, wow, this is a lot of cheese. Even, you don't even see that a lot in Italy. But,
so you've created something.
One of our things.
Something really, we don't like the word unique, but you have created something really unique. We, Daily Memphian. I mean, it's hard, unique. Unique in what way? I think you just described it. Yeah. Yeah. So that's amazing. So the first people that came in were like, we need to figure this out. But then things caught on.
Yes. Yeah. They definitely caught on.
And so the original location was in Overton Square. And now you have moved just down the street in 2021. It's been a while.
It's been 5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you are at the corner of...
Peabody is the end. Oh, yeah, Peabody.
In my mind,
Dead
I'm just
ends.
thinking Pico.
Mm-hmm.
What people are trying to
Peabody
make happen.
And Cooper, yeah.
Peabody and Cooper, Pico.
Yeah.
But it's at Peabody and Cooper. So what's new at Bari now? Summer menu.
Well, yeah, so we did just change. We didn't change it completely, but summer items. So it's always a struggle because Jason wants to change the menu drastically, but we also know that there are things that we can never take off. There are things we try to take off, and then we have this backlash of, "Wow, dare you take this off?"
Okay, which are those things?
The frutti di mare. One time we tried to. It wasn't selling for whatever reason. This was years ago, and so we took it off, and people were so upset. We're like, okay, we'll put it back on.
We'll put it back on.
Yeah. But there's always dishes that come and go. So, yeah, the tuna. The seared ahi tuna with black olives, tomatoes. That's been off and on. We did take it off, I think, last year at some point. The price of the fish went way up.
Right.
And if we're not selling it, it's fresh. So if we're not selling it, then we throw it away and we're throwing money away. So we did take it off. And we've had a lot of people ask. We have people that ask about it every time they come in. So, yeah, yesterday I was like, Brandon, you're going to have to make some phone calls and let people know that the tuna's back on.
So you're calling people.
We do that sometimes, yeah. If we have specials that we know that certain people like.
That is
or
something
people say, when you have the squash blossoms, call me.
Yes. That is one of the things that I've always noticed about Bari. I mean, you have a small staff, a small but mighty staff, and a lot of the people have been there for many, many years. Like you say, Brandon, one of your servers.
Yes.
And also Hunter Coleman, who's been, he's bartender, mixologist. He has opinions on that you can hear about on a previous episode of Soundbites that he was on.
Yes.
But you have a lot of people that have been there for many years. And I think that creates a different kind of atmosphere than you maybe get at other restaurants where you do have regulars, you have people coming in, but you also have, you have new people, but you have regulars that you're calling to tell them. That is so crazy to me.
We do. I think, today we have our regulars.
Mm-hmm.
We have our regulars that have been coming from day one. We also have regulars that have, just discovered us a few years ago, but they come all the time. And we still have a lot of new people that have never been.
Yeah.
And that's always fun. And even in the new location there was somebody last night. She's like, well, I hate to say it, but I used to go to the old location, but I haven't been to this new space.
After 5 years.
So, yeah, 5 years.
That's so Memphis.
But they love it. And they're like, I'm going to start coming. I'll be here more often.
How do you think new people find you?
Well, we being...
Like, you can say Google. It's fine.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say, so being a small restaurant, like my husband and I, we don't pay really for advertisement. We don't have money to pay a PR firm. So we don't really, like all the marketing, like I do all the social media.
Yeah.
Wow. So yeah, word of mouth has always been a big thing for us, and social media, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, our posts work. I'll put something out and then people show up. They're like, I saw your post. I saw you had the tomato crostata. I do have people going, can you put the post? I had somebody, I think a couple of weeks ago, can you share this earlier in the morning so that we can see this and make plans?
That's amazing.
And I said, well, no, because we have to wait until the deliveries get here in the afternoon to make sure that
they actually happen.
Yeah. So Jason might tell me like we should be getting X in, but I can't say anything until it's actually in the building and he's made the dish.
Because there might be a riot.
And then people are like, are you going to have that Friday? I'm like, probably not if we,
Yeah.
But
Ooh, people are demanding.
They are. Yes. Absolutely.
Okay. I'm going to ask, what was moving like? I know it was like down the street, but I feel like in Memphis, anytime there's a change in a restaurant, and again, we've talked about this on this podcast with pretty much everybody that we talk to. If you make any kind of change, it's like tectonic plate movements. It's like Pangea becoming the modern world. It's like such a big
really,
change.
really, really big deal. And it was a big decision for us to make. Mm-hmm. But we couldn't stay there.
Yeah.
And it was scary.
Yeah.
And we had the conversation of, well, what if we just don't exist anymore? Mm-hmm. But that's sad. And it's like, well, what are we going to do? And we're going to upset a lot of people. We have a huge following and people love us. And
it's truly a family business.
But it was scary to move. And it was, during COVID.
Yeah.
And yeah, we had lost so much money and our rent kept getting increased.
Sure.
And we really could not stay there. But yes, this opportunity presented itself to us and it was kind of a win-win. It's literally on the same side of the street.
I know.
It's just on the other side of
Is it even
Union.
half a mile?
I don't think so.
I don't think it's half a mile.
So just on the other side of Union and moving was quite a feat. Also, the building, had to be completely renovated and the plumbing and electrical, like all of that stuff had to be updated. So we actually we got rid of a lot of stuff. We sold a lot of things. Some happy people have little pieces of the Dodici, the little bar upstairs.
Yes, I remember Dodici very fondly.
But we put everything, we had to rent a U-Haul. Mm-hmm. And we put everything in storage for a few months. Mm-hmm. And
you built it out.
A lot of stuff at our house too. But and while the construction was going on at the other spot.
Absolute labor of love.
Yeah. Yes. But I love it. We love it. The new space is great. The parking lot, obviously, we have our own parking.
You have a parking lot.
Yeah, which is great. So a lot of our older clientele, they maybe stopped coming in at the old spot once the hotel was built, and it was just too complicated to park.
Yeah, sure.
And that parking garage people didn't want to deal with and walk the way.
Well, so very Memphis, and maybe some other cities too. I'm still working on my research on that, but yes.
Yeah. But we do have a really great older clientele, and they've been coming in for the 24 years, and I love it. But they come in early and, get to pull up, get a spot, eat, and they go home.
They love it.
Which is great.
Yes.
And the bar is bigger.
Yeah.
And the bar is always popular. We have the patio space, which is kind of a challenge, and just with the weather, and it's very, I think I think we thought we would use it more than we do.
Right.
But
you do have a patio space.
we do have we do.
I wanted to talk about, I had my little story, my little diatribe about my little Bari experiences because, like, I've been going for years. I feel like I don't remember the exact first time I went to Bari, but I do remember when I went, like, everything I tried was new. Like, the drinks were new to me. The food was new to me. Like, I probably had, like, a carpaccio for the first time. I know for sure I had, like, an Aperol Spritz for the first time. I know that, like, Hunter made me a New York Sour for the first time. Like, I know that I had all these kind of, like, first. But, like, I've been to the new Bari, actually, like, for celebrations, for anniversary, for I had a friend, like, sell a house. It was a really big deal. It was a long journey for them to do that. And, like, that day we were like, let's go. And we got all the courses and we got the wine and we got all the stuff. And so it's such a great place to do that in the dining room, which is like white tablecloth, light filled, but not. And this is the way I described it in an ancient blog post from right after you guys moved, was like, it feels upscale and so celebratory, but also not stuffy and fine. But I've also come in there, like, on, like, again, like a Wednesday at like 5:30, and I'm like, I don't know what we're doing. You can kind of make your own adventure. Like, you do, like, you describe the menu as having, like, the, for lack of a better word, starters and smaller plates, things to share. You have like the cheese course, which, like, I like to have for dessert. If I'm having a meal like this, I like to have a cheese for dessert. But you can also start with that. There's charcuterie, there's the meats, there's stuff you can't really get anywhere else. There's beautiful little delicate seafood dishes or big seafood dishes. Honestly, the bistecca, the steak, a little bit underrated in my opinion. Like, especially for the value, it's really good. So you can kind of make your own thing. If you just want to come in and you just want to get a few starters and some drinks, you can do that.
Absolutely.
You don't have to commit to, like, a whole, investment of a big meal if that's not what you're feeling that day. But then you also can. And so that's been the beauty of Bari for me. And I just wanted to make sure I said that. But, okay, so who sits at the bar and who sits in the dining room? I feel like there's, like, a difference. We're kind
of jumping around. I'm going to go back to, I just do want to say that Hunter, we love Hunter. Hunter has worked for us for, it'll be 20 years.
Wow.
Soon. Yeah. Like this year, 20 years. So we were all children, I guess, but, like, he was.
We were all children once.
He was, he's still younger than we are. So he was young, very young when he started. He started as a server, and then he went into the kitchen for a while because he wanted to be a chef and was talking about going to culinary school. So he was in the kitchen for a few years, and then we had a need for another bartender. And I was like, hey, you think you want to do that? And he was like, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So he came out of the kitchen and started bartending. And then obviously that stuck.
Absolutely.
So now, he's Memphis's favorite bartender. And
I think voted in several, like, dependable and dubious polls both. Like, absolutely. But you also, let's talk about wine. Like, you have, like, the Via.
Yes, Vin Italy Academy. So
tell me about that experience. That's so exciting.
Yeah. So for me, I guess we should maybe back up and say when Jason and I we got married. And then 3 years later we were looking for a location for Bari. And we got pregnant. So we actually, when we opened Bari, we had our first son. He was like 6 weeks old when we opened. So he will
Bravo.
So he grew up there. Anyway, fast forward. We have three sons. They've all grown up in the restaurant. They all work in the kitchen now. My middle and youngest are, our youngest just graduated from high school. So I feel like we've been waiting.
So they all work in the kitchen?
Well,
here and there.
Our oldest works in the kitchen full time. The other two, Lucian, the other two are very. Well, our middle is a junior at U of M for music. He plays in various bands, and works at Crosstown in the green room, and so very busy with music.
Mm-hmm.
And then our youngest, who just graduated, will be starting U of M for jazz. He plays the saxophone.
Nice.
But they do work whenever they have time, or they just show up whenever they're hungry and want Bari food. Yeah, because they love it. No, I just got distracted. I distracted myself. So we were talking about wine. Yeah. So we opened the restaurant. Then we had the, 3 sons, and I don't know. I never had time. Like, everything that I learned from books, and there weren't a lot of Italian wine books.
Right.
So I was always reading and trying to find more information on Italian wine. And then I discovered Vin Italy Academy, and I kind of followed them online. And then I think in 2018,
mm-hmm.
my boys, they were older, and, I had a conversation with Jason about, hey, I think I'd like to pursue this. What do you think? And he's like, do it. That's what you want to do it. So, it was a lot. But I kind of wanted to push myself too and see how much I knew. And obviously there was so much that I didn't know. And so Vin Italy Academy has been wonderful for me. And so I did pass the exam finally.
Yes. So it's a certification.
It's a certification.
It's like an expertise in Italian wine. Is that right?
Yeah, in Italy. They're based in Verona, but it is a Vin Italy Academy. And so it's an Italian wine ambassador certification. There are a lot of master sommeliers that take the course and don't pass. Like, there are multiple people that take it multiple times before they pass.
But you did.
Yeah. So yes, I am one of, I think there's a little over 500 now in the worldwide. Right. And then there's 160-ish in the United States. Which the U.S. has the most. I think Canada has 60-ish, and then Hong Kong has 30-ish, and then there's just
Maybe not a lot of women, or...
there's a lot of women.
That's great.
So it's this huge, amazing network now that I belong to, and it's worldwide, but we all love Italian wine and food. And so it's great. And we have this little WhatsApp group, and people.
Gotta love a WhatsApp group.
Yes.
Gotta love a group chat.
Yeah. They do little field trips to, So
little field trips.
Yeah. I haven't been on one yet, but I'm hoping to soon. So
Fingers
usually
crossed.
they always do, usually Sicily and Sardinia. Like Brunello area. They do different.
What's your number one place you want to go to in Italy that you haven't been? I know you've been all over.
Sicily.
Yeah.
Not right now though, because that volcano has been acting funny the past few
days. That
is
is not what I thought you were going to say. Usually people are like, oh, not now because of, I don't know, some reason, but not a volcano.
No, yeah, it's
a volcano.
Yeah.
I've got a couple rapid fire kind of questions, and then we'll get back to a few others. But do you have a favorite menu item? Or one? Okay, just answer that, and then I have a follow-up.
So people ask me that all the time, and I'll say, oh, that's a tough question. And then I'll say, well, which course? So maybe if we break it down to courses.
Yes,
but even that's, that's a hard one. I love the rigatoni pasta, because the goat cheese and broccoli and the mushrooms and garlic, I love it. I love it.
It's so fresh.
Yeah. Carbonara obviously is the most popular.
How many carbonaras do you sell on a Saturday night?
So many.
Yeah.
We had a lady that didn't like it the other day. She just wasn't her thing. She didn't care for it.
Well, there's always one. If something is popular enough, you're gonna meet I'm not gonna say hater, but you're gonna meet somebody who doesn't care for it, and it's like a sign of success. Yeah. Let's say that.
Yeah.
Also, dessert.
Dessert.
Amazing dessert.
So, okay, but I'm gonna back up.
Okay, give me your whole.
The fritters, zucchini fritters, those are delicious.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't know. It's hard. It is hard.
It's not a bad problem to have.
And the fish. Obviously, we're known for the seafood. You know,
Yes.
I think pasta sells itself, but the seafood is so good. And that also depending on the day, but it's all delicious.
There's like, is
and
it
healthy.
Yes. Is it a halibut that has like a lemon kind of?
Mm-hmm.
Is it a gremolata or like just like a
gremolata?
Oh,
yeah.
My boyfriend and I talk about that one all the time. He's like, well, if we could just get this halibut, like I want it to be like that one halibut that we had at the bar. Like, okay, we'll do our best. Okay, I'm gonna switch gears too. My friend Megan Sutter, shout out. Thank you. She worked at Bari years ago as a server.
For many years.
It's a good friend of mine. And I was excited to tell her that you were coming on Sound Bites. And she was like, oh, you got to ask her about when you guys close the yeah, something nice. Don't worry. About when you guys close the restaurant for Wu-Tang Clan.
Twice.
That's what she said. She's like, didn't they recently close so the whole staff could go see Wu-Tang Clan at Riverbeat? And I'm like, more than once.
Yeah.
What's the story?
Well, everybody loves Wu-Tang. They, the first time they played at Minfo out at Shelby Farms. Mm-hmm. And so as soon as they announced it, the entire staff was like, can I have off that night? And we wanted to go too. So like, well, I guess we're closing for Wu-Tang.
You're done.
Which obviously, you know, the morale, like everybody, you know, heck yeah.
I love that.
So, and then they played just recently, and
it's Riverbeat, right?
Riverbeat,
yeah,
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So they played at Riverbeat, and we were like, well, then we're same situation, but
yeah. But I think guests like understand, like
So we put clothes for Wu-Tang on the front door, and but it definitely I had people coming up to me like, man. These people, you know, I was at work and my coworkers were talking about, you know, how Bari closed for Wu-Tang, so their employees, and like, so all of us could go to Wu-Tang, and like, that's really cool.
It's just good vibes.
Thanks.
Passing the vibe check. Absolutely.
Yeah.
You have a great time? Which show was better? The Minfo or the Riverbeat?
Oh.
I'm going to call Wu-Tang and tell them what you said.
They're both were great.
Both were great. Yes. Okay, sure.
Did not disappoint.
That. No. Okay. So do you eat at Bari, and what do you order?
We have family meal every day.
Yeah.
My husband feeds all of us.
How common is that at restaurants?
It's not too common, I don't think, and not because I've heard from our employees that are grateful, like, oh, thank you.
Yeah. So you have that.
And it also is because we're family, and like I said, our kids grew up there, and we, you know, the kitchen gets there at 2:30 in the afternoon, and we eat. I mean, it's our meal. We eat before service. We used to sit down and kind of all eat together, but we just kind of, I don't know, we all stand and eat.
Yeah.
But
we all do that sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay, so when you're not eating at Bari, where do you guys have time to go out? Do you cook at home?
We don't get a lot of time to eat out.
Sure.
Typically, like for like a birthday or an anniversary, we'll make a point to go out to dinner. But we are off on Sundays and Mondays, and with our boys, and we do cook a lot at home. Because they eat a lot, and it's expensive.
Yeah.
We used to take them to eat sushi, and they were like, let's get some salad. Let's get some filler.
That's dangerous.
Some edamame. But, yeah.
You got to go to, like, the sushi kingdom, where you just, like, order forever.
Umiya. My boys love umiya. Mm-hmm. They love it. It's not bad, but I'm, you know.
You don't always want to have it.
I'm not a fan of, like, all you can eat stuff, you know. Mm-hmm. But yeah, we eat. So yeah, occasionally my husband doesn't want to cook at home, we go to Alibaba a lot. I love it. We get the large appetizer platter, so it's got all the things on it. It's delicious. Yes. And my boys get the shawarma wrap, which is gigantic and comes with fries, and I get falafel and salad, and we eat, what else do we eat? Twins on Cleveland a lot. Love that food.
What do you order there?
We always get spring rolls because I love the peanut sauce.
Me too. I've actually been making that at home, weirdly. Spring rolls at home. I don't know why.
I've been saying we need to start doing it at home.
Why am I doing that?
Because it's fresh and healthy and delicious.
Maybe it's meditative to like prep everything and chop everything.
Maybe.
If you don't do it for your job every day.
Yeah. I don't cook. And even at home, I'm like, what can I do? And he's like, just stand here and keep me company.
Yeah.
So like we'll play records at home while we're cooking, and I'll make a cocktail. And I make the salad usually.
Perfect.
But set the table. The original Petals of Peony, the Cordova location.
You have to go to the original.
Yeah.
Everyone says
it's
that.
better.
Everyone says that.
It's better.
They either say that restaurant or they say what you just said, that you got to go to the Cordova. What do you order? Help me out here.
Boiled dish with fish.
I'm like writing it down right now.
The best thing on the menu.
Boiled dish with fish.
Boiled dish with fish. Delicious.
Who wrote that?
We always get green bean. I love the green beans.
Yeah.
Cabbage. Eggplant. Like all those vegetables are delicious. Yeah. And then I don't know. I don't eat meat. I eat fish. Pescatarian here. So yeah.
Fun fact.
Any shrimp dishes but the boiled dish with fish is delicious.
It is written.
And when you take it home, it's better the next day too, because it gets like the spices and everything.
That is such important leftover information.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. Thank you so much, Rebecca, for being on today and telling us all about Bari. We kind of had like a beautiful meandering conversation the way that we do when we go eat there. We'll like try lots of different things, talk about lots of different things. But I think we've given people a good picture of what's going on at the restaurant. Folks, you're listening to the Daily Memphian Sound Bites with Holly Whitfield again. Today, we're with Rebecca Sievers from Bari Ristorante. If you're listening on WYXR, don't turn your mouse, turn your dial, whatever you're doing these days, because we have the Sidebar podcast from Daily Memphian CEO with Eric Barnes right after this. If you're listening through your podcast app, just take a moment and subscribe. That way you won't miss any of our episodes. This podcast is free. It's part of our free podcast series, which also includes the AMDM, which is every weekday morning. Recently, I was on the AMDM talking about how to pronounce different restaurant names. It was an interesting one. I was like, we're going to have this podcast. We're going to tell people how to pronounce them. And then we got on there like second guessing ourselves. But I think we got most of them right. So if you're like, how do I actually say Cocosa? You say it like that, by the way. Different kind of Italian restaurant. So give that a listen. It's super quick, a mini deep dive into topics that relate to you in the Memphis area. That's all the time we have. Like I said, thank you so much again for being here and sharing with us.
Yeah,
and
thanks for having me.
We'll have some carbonara and all the other good stuff.
We've got a wine dinner on the 21st.
Wine dinner, July 21st. And that's like a monthly thing, right? Ish. Monthly-ish thing.
Ish.
And it will be good. Can guarantee it. All right. Cheers.